ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing to you to Lifestyle TV USA news and views from me, Viki Esther, broadcasting to you live from Singapore regional news. And today you will hear 4 regional news, particularly from Tokyo, the Olympics, Malaysia, South Korea, and also Hong Kong. Enjoy the news.
And today, 6th of August 2021, reporting from Singapore for Lifestyle TV USA, regional news from Tokyo, the Olympics, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and South Korea. First, the headlines. Main story coming out from Tokyo, the Olympic Games. Sharing of videos on social media from Tokyo Games is not allowed, said the International Olympic Committee. And more beyond the headlines, the main story will be at the end of the news flash. The next story coming out of Hong Kong. Hong Kong confirms the first local COVID-19 case in 2 months. Hong Kong has ended its 2-month streak of not having a local COVID-19 case, as it steps up its surveillance to also ensure prevention imported cases from mainland China. Next story from Malaysia. From Malaysia, daily record cases of COVID-19 hits another record high as Malaysia notches 20,596 new infections within the day. Next, news coming out from South Korea. South Korea has been battling its largest waves of infection so far, though vaccinations among vulnerable populations have limited serious cases. Relief Bus provides cool relief for South Korea's COVID-19 testers.
And now on vault, representing United States of America, Simone Biles.
Back to the headlines, the main story. Sharing of videos from Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games on social media is not allowed, even for athletes, the International Olympic Committee (IOC) said on Thursday as it looked to protect the broadcasters' rights. Jamaican double gold medalist sprinter Elaine Thompson was blocked briefly from Instagram on Wednesday after she had posted videos of her victorious 100 and 200 races to her 300,000 followers, violating broadcast rights for the Games. A Facebook spokesperson later said that while the content from the Facebook-owned Instagram was removed, the suspension was wrongly applied. They said, "We encourage everyone to share still pictures of performances, but video obviously belongs to the right-holding broadcasters," IOC spokesman said. The IOC will receive more than 4 billion, which is 5.4 billion in Singapore dollars in broadcasting rights for the period including 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics and the Tokyo Games. The next news out of Hong Kong. Hong Kong confirms first local COVID-19 case in 2 months. Hong Kong has had no local COVID-19 case for almost 2 months in a row. Hong Kong has ended its streak of not having any cases as it steps up surveillance to also prevent imported cases from mainland China and neighboring islands. The health authorities said on Wednesday that an unvaccinated man works in one of the areas in Hong Kong who has no recent travel history was tested positive. They also said that a 13-year-old girl and a family would be quarantined after they found that the child to be a close contact of a patient in Macau, an island nearby, who came down with the Delta variant. Overnight, the authorities locked down many blocks of flats and a hotel to get residents there tested. These are places linked to the construction worker, and 2 new imported cases reported on Wednesday. No COVID-19 case was detected prior. The next regional news comes out from Malaysia. Daily COVID-19 cases at another record high as Malaysia notches 20,596 new infections for the day. In Kuala Lumpur, COVID-19 cases in Malaysia exceeded the 20,000 mark for the first time on Thursday, 5th of August, since the pandemic began in 2020. The Malaysian Health Ministry recorded 20,596 infections over the last 24 hours, surpassing Wednesday's high of 19,819 cases in a single day. The country's cumulative cases now stands at 1,203,000 cases. Malaysia's Health Director General Dr. Noor Hashim said Selangor alone accounted for 8,549 new cases for the day, followed by Kuala Lumpur at 2,163 and Kedah 1,446 cases. The final news comes from South Korea. Recovery bus provides cool relief for South Korea's COVID-19 testers. From South Korea, South Korean health workers staffing COVID-19 testing centers in the summer heat can now take a minute to peel off their heavy protective suits and cool down in government-provided recovery buses equipped with air conditioning, cold water, and snacks. South Korea has been battling its largest wave of infections so far, though vaccinations among vulnerable populations and key workers have limited serious cases. South Korea reported 1,202 new COVID-19 cases for Monday, August the 2nd, raising the total to 202,203 infections with over 2,000 deaths. The country detected its first 2 cases of the new Delta Plus COVID-19 variant, the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency said on Tuesday. The 22 buses are usually used as resting spaces by police and firefighters and are now being deployed on a rotational basis to temporary testing centers.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 4 pieces of news for you, and it is brought to you from me, Viki Esther, from Singapore. The above 4 news from Hong Kong, Tokyo, Japan, and also South Korea. And I wish you all the best and all the God's protection and safety to you and your family from me, Singapore.